little charging stations, and they're never open. I started
true.
looking at them, and there's
So,
nothing in Waldorf.
just 1 second, please. Hey, everyone. This is Greg. I just wanted to note that I am here at the charging facilities in Maryland National Harbor. And I decided to pop over today to see where we were because this was supposed to close on October 29th and it did not close. So I was like, whoa, that's kind of interesting that it's still open and available. So for those of you who are traveling, I think through Thanksgiving, this facility it looks like it's still going to be open, and you might want to check in with your Tesla rep to find out. I usually try to do an interview with folks that are nice enough to say hi to us. I just met a new friend. Her name is Jean, and Jean has a beautiful white 75D. I'm going to give you more images of the car. You already know what it looks like, but I didn't realize. I thought it was a 260 range. It's actually 210 miles. Jean, how many miles do you have on your car?
Just over 1,000.
You're at 1,000 miles. Wow, so it's brand new.
It's brand new.
This is beautiful. Okay. The next thing I'm wondering about Jean is, so Jean actually lives in Savannah, Georgia.
Yes.
And she's traveling between Maryland and Savannah. And so the charging facility here makes sense. So just to note, this is Greg for Tesla Fan Insight. Thanks for joining us. If this is your first time on our channel, please take time to like and subscribe. We could use help on Patreon. We're having a little bit of shaky video today, but it was a lucky opportunity to catch up with Jean and just get her impressions of her car and what ownership is like on the eastern coast of the United States, particularly between, let's say, Georgia, North Carolina, and up to the Maryland corridor. So Jean and I were just talking about the fact that there's a problem right now. Thaddeus just said, hi, Jean. So there's a problem right now, which is that this facility was supposed to close on October 29th. It's now November the 11th, and we're still open, which is great, and people are using it, including Jean on her trip. So Jean, you were talking about the fact that where will you stop for your charges as you go down? Can you talk about that and what you'd like to see?
Okay, so I go just Charles County, Maryland, and so when I'm down into Charles County, I pop up here to National Harbor to charge. Otherwise, I have to use my sister's home, which is a 110 and takes 24 hours. So there really is a need for a supercharger in Waldorf, Maryland, and because my stop between my sister's and the next charger going south is really in Richmond. Okay. So while I have enough mileage to get down there, there's always that insecurity, and so I'm learning. Learning where these chargers are.
I don't know if Jean is aware of this because she's a new Tesla owner, but I was actually told by one of my advisors who own 2 Teslas that the supercharger stations are set up to be 175 miles apart. Okay. And so the distance between the DC charging facility that we're at here and the Richmond charging facility in theory would be about 175 miles. The problem is if you have your heater on and the radio on, that mileage can start to get a little bit shaky. So again, if you're in our area, which is the Washington DC area, be aware 175 mile gaps. And now, just out of curiosity, was it noticeable? You got 210 miles of range. Mm-hmm. You weren't tempted to do 260? That way it would give you more range between stops at all? I mean, in terms of when you purchased your vehicle, you have.
I didn't really think of it that. I really didn't. I didn't really extrapolate that, and I have a friend that lives in Baltimore, and he does just fine. When he travels from Baltimore down to Savannah, he doesn't seem to have a problem. Okay. But I think what he's doing is once he leaves Santee, South Carolina, then his next stop is at the airport, which makes sense because our home is another 45 minutes south of the airport. Okay. So there is a supercharger at the airport and in Savannah, and it's a great facility because you go into the parking garage and then you take your fob into the airport to security and they sign it and you park for free while you're at the airport. Nice. So it's a good setup. But yeah. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, you chose the white seats and you're retired so you don't have little kids. I just wanted your opinion on white seats in a car is.
Well, my husband and I actually looked at a blue. We were going to order a blue Tesla.
Okay.
And we went back down to Jacksonville and saw this car on the floor, and we both loved it. What I understand is that it's virtually, impenetrable for stains and stuff. So, and I asked specifically about ink. Blue ink, because for some reason my husband's Ford has blue ink on his seats.
Wow.
So everything is beautiful and nothing really sticks to it, and just it's beautiful. So we'll see. My grandson's going to be in it for the
Okay. So we're going to find out if the little kids destroy the white interior, because every time I look at this white interior on all the Teslas, I keep thinking it looks awesome, but who's going to clean that thing? And how about stains? So, it sounds like, but it is lovely, and I think as a grandparent you can do it. I don't know about parents, regular parents being able to do white with all the food flying.
Well,
do you have a dog or anything? Or
I don't have a dog.
Okay,
I don't have a dog.
That doesn't affect you. And so this is your first trip in the car because you only have 1,000 miles on it.
Right. This is my first long distance trip.
So you purchased this car in Jacksonville?
I did.
And a lot of Model 3 owners have had challenges with their purchase. Was it pretty smooth in terms of your acquisition of the car? How was that?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Really?
We dealt with a young man in Jacksonville, and he helped me through the whole way. Kaysen was fabulous, and if I had any questions, I called Kaysen, and then I actually received. We were asked if we'd like to pick up the car a month early, which we were thrilled to, and we went down, and I believe they had 24 deliveries on one Saturday.
Wow.
So we had our time slot, and we went down. It was very nice. The only problem that I had was
By the way, he just mentioned he washes them with baby wipes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I just wanted to note that to you.
Thank
We
you.
just saw that comment come across.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yep.
So basically, we went to Trader Joe's after we picked up the car, and my husband said, "How do we lock it?" And it was there were several basics that we just didn't know.
Okay.
And when we came out, my husband said, "Where's the car?" And he kept saying it doesn't look like an SUV. But anyway, after we chuckled about it. It was an absolute delight.
And finally, what were you driving before, and how was the decision to make the change?
Oh, that's sort of a sore subject.
I
had a little Infiniti G37 hardtop convertible, which I think is adorable, and it's very cute, and it was fun to drive. Unfortunately, in that particular car, there was a short, and so it was not infrequent that I would come out one morning and the car wouldn't start, and I'd have to charge up the battery, and I had this little plug and play battery charger, and I got tired of it, and I just said I'm done. So I had admired the Tesla for so long, and we were at a point that we could move money around and it not really affect our retirement. So here I am.
And then one last question. Hey guys, if you have any questions, please let us know, Thaddeus, etc. The baby wipes idea is a good one for cleaning. I guess the last question I would ask is, have you done anything special in terms of charging at home so you can reduce the time? Have you purchased any extra?
Oh, yes. I put in a dryer outlet in our garage before I actually picked up the car. And so I just plug it in, and it's
how long does it take to charge at home?
Well, I usually charge it overnight, so I don't really know exactly how many hours it takes. But by the next day, it's all charged up and ready to go, and my door opens and I step into it. And
so it's not a 110; it's a
it's not a 110. Okay. It's the dryer.
That's a good idea.
Plug.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey guys, I know if you heard that, but the dryer plug in the garage might be a way to save a few dollars when it comes to overnight charging versus having to wait 24 hours on the 110. So that's another tip. Well, the car looks terrific. Really appreciate, Gene, thank you. Enjoy your trip, and keep an eye. We're on Tesla Fan Insight. You've got my info.
I do.
Please drop us a note. Let us know how your trip went, if you would.
I will. I'll let you know how the baby did.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to that. I'm just going to take a picture of your car. So I'm just going to walk around Gene's car. Quick look. We're only at 1,000 miles here. Yeah. As you can see, she did some tint on the back, and I actually think that it looks great. So again, we're still at the service facility in a place called National Harbor, which is in Oxon Hill, Maryland, near the MGM. Excuse me. My name is Greg. I'm from Tesla Fan Insight. I have a YouTube page specializing in Teslas, and I just wanted to see how your experience has been in your car. And you know, we have all these people, mostly half of our folks are in Europe, the other folks are elsewhere, and just wanted to see what you think of the car, etc. I don't know.
I mean, the car is great in itself. It's really amazing, especially like the ability to charge wherever you go.
Can I ask your name, by the way?
Michael.
Michael is the Model 3 owner here, as you can see. He's a college student, and I wish I had a Tesla when I was in college. That'd be cool, man.
Yeah, it definitely is. And the eyes that you get, especially driving a car like this, is pretty interesting, and the way people treat you. And not only that, the fact that it's accessible, especially for travel, like going back and forth from school, it makes my life a lot easier.
Great. Where'd you go to school?
University of Maryland.
Nice.
Yeah.
Michael got his car in May. We've heard stories of good or bad delivery experiences. What was your experience like in getting your car?
I got my car in Silver Spring, and it was actually a pretty smooth delivery. Me and my dad picked it up, and I drove it back.
In Silver Spring? They have a pickup location there?
Yeah, it's somewhere near there, in that area, the Tesla Center.
Oh, okay, because in Tyson's McLean is one, but there's a Silver Spring one as well. I didn't know that. Wow. I'll check it out. Bye, Gene. Any challenges thus far? The
only challenge I have is that the front sometimes, will jam up. Like right now, it's jammed a little bit.
Okay.
But you just press hard on it and then open back up, and that's great. The 310 charge is pretty good, because we got the long distance one for me. Other than that, no real challenges.
So you have a 310-mile range vehicle.
Yeah.
Is this dual motor or just single?
Single.
Okay. Are you worried about snow at all in terms of getting around in your car?
Nah, I don't plan on driving it that much during the snow. I'll walk to wherever I need to go during school.
And why did you choose this color?
Why did I choose this color? I just felt like silver was pretty sleek, and it stands out other than the other cars. A lot of Model 3s are red, so silver. So
a little bit different look. Have police been kind to you, or how's that been?
I haven't gotten pulled over yet.
You haven't? Okay, cool.
But I definitely been tailed once or twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I see you have a bunch of parking items there, so if you're in your car, you don't have to pay for parking, right? If you stay in the car?
It's only at this one right here specifically, the Harbor. Is the only one that you have to pay for parking, but if you go to any other charger, you don't have to pay for anything. This is from the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, by the way, I just wanted to note that there's a new supercharger facility that will open in College Park early next year. So University of Maryland student that you are, you'll have a spot. And also this spot was supposed to close, so it was due to close on October 29th. It looks like it's going to be here through Thanksgiving, which helps a lot of people traveling up and down the East Coast. So if you're going either to New York from the south or to the south from New York, on winter birds, etc., that might be something to think about as well. Finally, I'm just wondering, for folks interested in the car in Europe and other places, any tips or tricks that you'd recommend, based on your experience?
Well, one thing that I missed out on was the performance version of this, where you got the free supercharging, actually. So I would really look into that and find a friend that has a Tesla that can invite you, so you get those benefits.
Okay, that's a great idea. Because this one is 59K. The one you're talking about, the performance is 75,000, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like thinking about it and the amount that you have to pay all the time, especially because I don't have one at home because my parents drive gas vehicles.
Okay.
It seems pretty savvy. Plus the tax write-off that you get.
That's true.
Helps.
Well thought out, man. Well, Mike, thank you very much for the. Thank you very much. All of you guys should say thanks for our Model 3 owner who's suggesting go for the performance. We have a referral code. If you want to have unlimited on the performance vehicle, use our referral code, and you too can get unlimited if you get the performance model of the vehicle. Hey, thank you very much for the comments, man. Enjoy the car. Awesome job, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. I like how these look, by the way. The arrows look really awesome, very different. Get you an extra 5 miles of range. Yeah, very nice, man. All right, have a good day, guy. Any rate, folks, yes, you're right. Video was a little bit on the shaky side, as you're going to argue, and I agree. I wanted to just note that we were trying to get you guys, you know, just a feel for what's going on here in Maryland. Is it only 6 months of unlimited charging? I thought it was permanent, but I don't know. I'll have to check on that. Thanks for that, Thaddeus. So I just wanted to give you guys a panoramic view here. So at any rate, I don't know if the info we just got you is useful, but it can be nice to interview owners to find out, you know, what their experiences have been like, good and bad, and tips for other owners. So that was the goal of this talk. You know, we didn't have a whole bunch to add today. I have another show that I'm preparing, and I frankly was expecting the facility to be closed, so I was shocked to see people here charging and that it hadn't been removed yet. So this is Greg for Tesla Fan Insight. Just a reminder, please like and subscribe. And if you're a repeat visitor, thanks again for joining us. I'm about to do my 20 leg lifts and take the multivitamins that we've talked about. I look forward to our next conversation. And if you guys have any, please remember to like. It influences how our channel is located. I also wanted to encourage you to leave a comment or questions or tips or tricks of anything that you'd recommend we consider, because all of that adds to the community and what we're all learning and growing with. Have a great day. I think I saw you out there, Donovan. I think Bob was there as well. Jerry, I want to thank all of you for joining us. This is Greg for Tesla Fan Insight. Tschüss, German, au revoir, French, Lahitraot, Hebrew, Hoda Hafez, Farsi, Farvel, Dutch, and in Jamaica we say, enough respect, walk good man, and have a great day, and thanks for joining us.